fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, Izuku Midoriya and Venom. Midoriya is beginning to distrust Venom because of one specific reason. Midoriya saw what Riot was doing to his host. Venom proceeding to take over and trying to fight Riot by himself. Now, along with that, he also did actually use Midoriya's blood to create more Venom, which did harm him. Now, the fact that Venom took control of a situation Midoriya thought he had handled annoyed him. Along with that, there was the fact that they had to actually retreat. Midoriya's physical willpower being able to overpower Venom in a brief moment, and allowing him to regain control of his own body, to which he did take off and run. Eventually, the quote-unquote Life Foundation did decide to step in. Now, with that being said, we do have the next day, where Izuku is actually sitting down in an interrogation room. As, well, Toga's another one, and the deteriorated man is on medical care. Now, they are asking Midoriya questions about that thing he has with him. They're also asking the same questions to Toga. And they are, then, wondering about how Midoriya does have Venom. Now, Midoriya tries to bullshit his way out of it, talking about how Venom is actually his quirk. To which the man interrogating him tells him that that is actually incorrect. Midoriya looking at the man confused, as the man does talk about how Venom, as the song so puts it, is from outer space. This catching Midoriya off guard, as the man does continue listing off Venom's abilities, talking about these are unique to its symbiote. Now, there also is the other symbiote, or as Midoriya did call it, the Riot symbiote, and its current host, the man who goes by the villain alias Muscular. Now, they're asking Midoriya if he is in league with this man, to which Midoriya would just say no immediately, talking about how the man almost got him put in prison for murder, and almost framed him. And then there was at the actual camp, where he assumes that Riot, he somehow found a way to go after Jiro, talking about how he needs to leave here now and use Venom to save his friend. Now, the man does tell Midoriya that he does not need to worry about her, and that they will take care of her. Now, Midoriya is trying to use Venom, and Venom still has not responded. Midoriya asks them exactly what did they do to Venom, to which the man would answer, they simply nullified his symbiote. Midoriya, confused, asking how it's even possible. The man explained the complex method as to how they did it, talking about how they basically charged him with voltage, along with actually trying to use a subsonic attack. Now, Midoriya, he still does not understand, and the man does continue on explaining what they did do, as eventually somebody else does walk into the room, as this man does sit down and tell Midoriya that they have a proposition for him. Hmm? Proposition? Yes. Young man, you want to be a hero, correct? Yes, I do. So, hmm. Listen to us. Your little friend, the other one, what is going on with her? Toga. I don't know. What was it? A month ago or so, back during the sports festival, she found my symbiote's spawn. Hmm? What are you talking about? Well, I don't know exactly. Apparently, my symbiote, it laid an egg. I don't understand it myself. Apparently, it can conduct asexual reproduction, and it made its own kid. It's all weird to me. In fact, this is the first time it's ever happened. Hmm, I see. So, does it explain why she's insane? Hmm? What? No, it doesn't. In fact, she seemed to be perfectly normal after all of this. Well, before all this. As long as I've known her, she's been okay, she's been fine. But, well, me and Venom have been trying to help her a lot. I mean, she's getting better right now, but young man, I don't think you understand this all. Your friend is gonna go insane, and so are you. What? I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Symbiotes do that to their host, even the ones that we have. I'm sorry, the ones you have? Yes, young man. The cover story is for our organization that we are the Life Foundation, and we try and strive to make the world a better place with our technology and knowledge. However, there is also a little secret you are not aware of. The counterpart to the Life Foundation, a more secret organization that we do also run with, SHIELD. These two organizations are in league with one another. And actually, you could say that SHIELD is actually the one pulling the strings behind the Foundation itself. SHIELD? What are you talking about? Listen, young man. Do you really think that this is the first time an alien has visited Earth? Uh, yeah, I guess. No, it isn't. And all the time Earth has been around, all the time humans have been around. You really think this is the first time we've encountered these things? No, it isn't. And I'll tell you something. The symbiotes that we do have locked away right now, they've all driven their host insane. And we expect the same thing to happen to both of you two. However, that's just the case. The symbiotes we have been bonded to their host for what? A few months. But then there's you. Izuku Midoriya, you've been bonded with your Venom symbiote for almost, what, 11, 12 years? Can you give me an estimation? Um, well, I've had it ever since the meteor shower, almost 12 years ago. I see. Damn it. We didn't find all of them. What? All of them? Ah, there were ones that landed in Japan. That's good to know. We must have missed them on our sonar, or our satellites. Uh, Sir, can you tell me what's going on? Izuku Midoriya, you are now being required to hand over your symbiote. What? Yes, we would like to perform tests on it, and know why you have not been driven insane. No! Venom isn't even responding to me, so I don't even think I can pull him out. Oh, really? Well, you can't talk to him, right? The man would go on stating. Midoriya telling him that that's right. So, he doubts that that will even work. Just let him go and he can go see if his friends are okay. He needs to find out what's going on. No. The man would just do one simple thing. He does pull a knife from out of, well, a holster he has, before bringing his hand up and throwing it. Midoriya immediately looking that way as he does actually go to bring his hand up to catch the knife, or react to it. Venom shooting out of his arm and catching the blade. As Midoriya does just look at that. Now, Venom does then hand Midoriya the blade before going to retreat back into his body. Now, Midoriya just looked down at his arm, asking Venom why he's not listening to him. Don't even worry about that kid. He's gonna be out for a few hours. Or a few days. That shock we hit him with was quite powerful. And well, there were 3 of you. So we couldn't take any chances. Chances? My friend might be dead. And you're worried about me? I'm gonna become a pro hero. Midoriya to say, standing up and going to turn around. Now, there are 2 guards at the door who do actually bring their weapons up. A sound gun and, well, a gun that will shoot fire. As the man at the table does stand up telling Midoriya that that is not an option. Hand over his symbiote, and things will be a lot easier. They will allow him to leave. They just need to make sure that Midoriya is fine mentally. Midoriya turning around and looking at the man, telling him that he's been perfectly okay for 10 years. So, just to leave him alone. Now, Midoriya would walk forwards as the guy with the sound gun does try and shoot at Midoriya. Midoriya walking straight through that as the guy with the fire gun does actually go to try and pull the trigger. Midoriya actually moving at a bit higher speeds, being able to actually dodge the guy and moving close, since he was hesitant to pull the trigger. Midoriya being able to grab the gun and immediately throw it upwards as he does fire it, before bringing back his left hand and smashing the guy across the face, and knocking him against the wall, before turning around and bringing up the gun and smashing it across the other guy's face. As the man at the table does tell Midoriya to stand down, as he does just hold the gun in his hand, crushing it and tossing it down onto the ground, telling him that he's leaving here, and he can either find Toga and leave, and they can have 2 little escaped convicts. How about that? He's pretty sure that Carnage is still active, and they couldn't take it down. You really want to risk everything on that little bluff? By your reaction, I can tell it wasn't a bluff. Carnage was still reacting, more than Venom was. In fact, I'd have to say, Carnage is stronger than Venom, isn't he? So, do you want to tell me what's going on? Or am I going to have to fight my way out of here and kick everyone's ass? Now, the man does explain to Midoriya, after a defeated sigh and telling him to sit back down immediately, because he's only going to say this all once. Talking about how they've had projects to try and make Venomized soldiers. Basically, military units that can run undercover. Since this would allow people who have served in action to not only get back on their feet, but to help. They can make artificial pro heroes, and ultimately better humanity. That was the mission at first. However, people began to go insane. After they went insane, they had to try and put some men down. And the symbiotes, well, they themselves were destroyed. Him wanting to know about Midoriya, however. He's been bonded with his symbiote for 10 years, and that is the mystery question. What did Venom do to him? Midoriya telling him that it's quite simple. Venom has been changing his body and adapting him, basically evolving his human form to a higher degree. In fact, even giving him a quirk. The man hearing that, bringing his hand up to his face, and actually mumbling something. As he does then tell Midoriya that he has a small idea, but he's gonna have to run it by some people. He's assuming that since Midoriya has been bonded with Venom since before his mind developed fully, it could be that he's already been driven insane, but he's just not aware of it. Or, well, a developing mind is just exactly what the symbiote does need to hold on to. If a person does mature with the symbiote bonded to them throughout their entire life the way Midoriya had, it could be that that could be the way to stop the effects that happen to their soldiers. Midoriya telling the guy that that is not going to happen. Talking about how he will never hand Venom over to them. As he does get up and tell the man to just let him leave now. Now, this will be whenever Midoriya, he does get up and leave. The man allowing Midoriya and Toga to go free, since they do still have one symbiote in their custody, and they can run tests on him. Now, with that, Midoriya and Toga are actually talking and trying to find the best way to explain Carnage to everyone else. As they do get to the hospital. Now, Midoriya would be running throughout the hospital until he does get to the room. As it does actually happen, he does go to open the door. The moment he does, he actually does see a doctor sitting there with a woman and a man. As he does ask if Jiro is okay. Now, the two people in the room do actually just look at Midoriya. As the man does walk up, asking if he is Izuku. Hmm? Yeah, I am. Is she alright? I got, well, taken away. But I'm here now. Is she gonna be okay? Now, the man does just shake Midoriya's hand, saying that he's Jiro's father, and that she's going to be alright. She's been stable for quite some time. However, she's also been out of it. Well, in and out of it for a bit of time. So, he should just, well, relax. Now, there is then Jiro's mother. I forgot her name. Her walking up and greeting the young man, talking about how Jiro has talked quite a bit about him, and how she hooked up her daughter with those tickets for both of them. Midoriya just somewhat laughing a little bit before saying, yeah, he knows. She told him on the bus a while back. Now, there actually is whenever Jiro, she does wake up from all the commotion going on, and she is able to look up and see Midoriya, who does just walk over and ask her if she's alright. Her just asking Midoriya if he knows what happened. Yeah, I do. Fuck. A villain attacked you. And, well, this happened. Damn it. If only I didn't tell you to run. We could have taken down Riot together. Don't worry about it, Izuku. Besides, I got scared for a minute. I thought he was just like you. No, he wasn't like me. He was worse. The things I saw what he did, they're bad. Now, with that, Jiro actually would ask her mom and dad if they can step out of the room for a minute. She would like to talk to Izuku in private. To which these two do actually say yes. And that if she does need anything to just holler. Now, she does actually wait for them to step out of the room. The moment that they actually do, Jiro does actually try to sit up. The moment she does, she just hugs Izuku. And Midori asking her if she's okay. Yeah. I'll be okay. Doctor said my wounds will heal. But I was just so scared. I can't go back to the UA anymore either. Jiro, being scared's natural. You'll be okay. I was scared of what I saw that night, too. I don't think you understand. Something attacked me. It wasn't a regular villain. Her telling Midori that she got scratches on her arms. Along with that, well, it almost killed her. And it seemed to know what her quirk was. Because it actually took it away. What? It got in close. It snuck up behind me, I don't know. It got my earlobes. And, well, my quirk don't work anymore. I can't be a hero. I'm effectively quirkless. Now, Midoriya would try and tell Jiro that Venom can fix it. Venom can make everything better. Just give him a day or so. Venom can get back in action. Now, Jiro would continue on, telling Midoriya that after her life's been in danger like this, she almost died. I don't know. I don't think I can do this, is the thing. I might drop out. Jiro. Okay. I understand. But if you're gonna drop out of UA, what else are you gonna do? I might help my mom. Get a job where she works, or where my dad works, you know? I could become an assistant, or even help record music. I'll leave fighting the bad guys to you. Okay. Now, Midori does actually ask her if she knows the villain who attacked her. Her trying her best to describe it. Now, Midori does find this to be quite odd. The way she's describing the villain. They were able to slash her and get in close. Along with that, they did seem to be a bit more aggressive than a normal villain. So, obviously they're somewhat insane or very violent. Now, while these two are talking, there is actually a news broadcast. And Midori does actually turn his head as his spidey sense does go off. Now, Midori would look at the TV before bringing his hand up and grabbing the remote and turning it up. Now, he's confused. Why did it go off? As the news report does begin to play, talking about how recent victims of the steel killings have been discovered. and that makes the total casualties about 52 victims. Now, Midoriya is, well, taken by surprise. What? But Riot is captured. Wait, Riot? Yeah, but that would mean the only other people who could have done this are you and Midoriya actually realizing what happened. Toga. Now, Midoriya immediately looks back at her, as to say he thinks Toga might have done this to you. Toga? No, she's a friend. Yeah, but Carnage. Fuck. I need to find her now. Izuku, just be careful, okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. But, well, what do I to say? Talking about how he will find her and try to bring her to justice, talk her down and get her to turn herself in. And if he does need to, he'll take that symbiote away from her. Now, with that being said, Midoriya's walk out of the hospital, as everyone else in the waiting room does actually see Midoriya, leaving the hospital fast, as they do try and ask him questions. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing night. Catch you guys on the next part.